You're watching the station that works for you. Good Morning Maryland.
Another body is found in the cruise ship disaster in Italy. I'm Linda. So what else divers have recovered and the latest on criminal charges against the captain?
And GOP hopefuls take the stage in South Carolina. Who said what and what they said that may surprise you. And the latest on where you can grab your tickets to this weekend's AFC title game. You know, the Pats, Ravens. We talked about it a little bit. Here's a problem. It may cost you. All of that coming up on this Tuesday, January 17th. Good morning. I'm Charlie Krause, and hope your day is off to a great start. Let's get a check now of your forecast with meteorologist Lynette Charles. And Lynette, great day yesterday, good seasonal day. Exactly. Woke up this morning, that was a little wet.
Yeah, so we had the rain that moved through overnight. Got some reports of some sleet across the area into Carroll County and also into York County, but that's long gone, and we are definitely just dealing with some rain as we're getting some warmer temperatures, some milder air moving in here. So let me show you Maryland's most powerful radar as of now, because the rain is definitely moving in upon us right now. You can see it basically to the south of us, and you can see some heavier rain moving in around Goldsboro at this time, but Chestertown, Rock Hall, Church Hill, Centerville, all getting in on that action. So if you're along the eastern shore, you are pretty much getting nailed with some steady rain, and it is a little bit on the moderate side into some spots like Cambridge. You're dealing with that also into Trapp, Church Creek as well. So this is the scenario as we go through the rest of the morning. Some off and on showers, and that will even continue into the afternoon. As you head out and about this morning, definitely need to grab a jacket. Temperatures are above freezing, which definitely is good, but we also will need the rain gear as we go through time as well. So here's your hour-by-hour forecast. The rain will be on as we go into the 8 o'clock time frame. Temperature coming in right around 50 by noon, breezy, mild by the afternoon, right around 54 degrees, and the showers will be among us as we go throughout the day, again tapering off as we go into the evening. Let's send this over to Angela. She has your traffic. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Lynette. We've got an update on the accident we've been monitoring all morning in Davidsonville. Police have now reopened just one of your westbound lanes of 50 at 424. This is in Davidsonville, and of course we've got gridlock in the westbound lanes of 50 as you approach 424. Again, one westbound lane has been opening. Now we're looking at I-95 and Maryland 175 to the right of your screen. Northbound lanes not too bad. Southbound, however, we are a bit jammed as you make your way through that region heading down towards the Capitol Beltway. Now if you're traveling on the Harrisburg Expressway, southbound 83 motorists on the brakes around Middletown Road. Here's 83 at Warren Road in Cockeysville, where you can see those southbound lanes crowding all the way to the Beltway. Going to take you a few extra minutes, as a matter of fact, as we check our drive times. Southbound 83 heading to the top side. That's about 6 minutes now. Also, we're at 6 minutes southbound 95 from White Marsh Boulevard to 695. That's on the northeast side. Charlie?
News time now, 6:31, and this is a live look in Italy. Now, these appear to be some search crews moving out around that cruise liner that's run aground and tipped over. We've seen the images since early Saturday morning. This is what's going on off the Tuscan coast. People still missing, and some bodies still been found. ABC 2 News' Linda So is here with more. And Linda, I understand the captain of this ship is going to be in court later today, and people are still speculating, was he on board when the ship tipped over, or was he one of the first people off?
Right, and that's one of the charges he faces, abandoning ship. That's the problem here. We're also hearing that divers have set off explosives to create 4 small openings in the hull of the cruise ship to search for the missing. We're also hearing rescuers have found another body. That brings the death toll to 7, and 29 people are still missing. And in just a few hours, as you mentioned, Charlie, the captain of that ship will appear in court. He's accused of bringing the ship too close to shore, causing it to hit a reef. The captain faces possible charges of manslaughter and abandoning that ship. We're hearing more from survivors who say they were told the ship was experiencing an electrical problem, but after they realized it was much more serious, things turned chaotic. Passengers say the crew didn't know how to help people put on life vests and operate lifeboats.
It was the Marx Brothers watching these guys try to figure out how to work the boat. They couldn't coordinate. They're shouting at each other. I felt like the disaster itself, hitting the reef, the capsizing of the boat was manageable, but I felt like the crew was going to kill us.
Now this morning, the search continues for the 29 people still missing, including a retired couple from Minnesota. We've also learned divers have located the second black box from that cruise ship. Linda So, ABC 2 News.
Not an endorsement at all. Linda, thanks a lot. News around the nation this morning. A 5-year-old Virginia boy is accused of stabbing 3 people in his home of Charlottesville. Neighbors say the 3 victims, 1 adult and 2 juveniles, were all members of the boy's family. None of the injuries, though, were reportedly life-threatening. And an 8-year-old Georgia boy is being called a hero this morning. He helped save his 3-year-old sister's life. Mazzie Gregory leaned too closely to a flame on a gas stove, and apparently the little girl's mom stepped out of the kitchen, and Mazzie thought she would help mom by stirring the pot of soup on the stove. Mazzie screamed, and her 8-year-old brother Ezra ran to the rescue.
So with your bare hands,
Yes.
you start swatting at her.
I didn't care what happened. Just wanted it to get out.
You weren't worried about catching on fire yourself.
Well, I know you care about yourself, but you gotta care about other people too.
Now, if you were curious, Mazzie suffered second-degree burns from her hip to her arm. And the battle now to recall Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker will intensify in the next few hours. Opponents who want him out of office will turn in more signatures to force the Republican into a recall election. The recall effort began after the governor pushed a law last year to end nearly all collective bargaining rights for most public workers. And staying with Democracy 2012, a new poll out this morning shows Newt Gingrich has dropped 13 points in many polls from just a month ago. Mitt Romney has a commanding 35% lead in the polls taken by the Washington Post and ABC News. Gingrich, Ron Paul, and Rick Santorum all far behind. Gingrich is the closest with 17% of currently polled GOP support. And in Myrtle Beach last night, Romney was among the 5 remaining Republican candidates who took the stage for the latest GOP debate. The most heated argument was between Santorum and Romney, who debated over inaccuracies and ads put out by so-called super PACs.
And I'll tell you, there have been some attacks on me. I mean, they've just been outrageous and completely inaccurate, and have been shown to be inaccurate. That's the nature of the process. I hope it ends.
And if I had something in the super PAC that was supporting me that was inaccurate, I would go out and say, stop it. That you're representing me and you're representing my campaign. Stop it.
The debate was hosted by Fox News Channel and the Wall Street Journal, came just ahead of the South Carolina primary. That is set to take place this Saturday. Well, he made headlines for a tumultuous exit from CBS hit show 2.5 Men. Now Charlie Sheen is preparing to come back to TV, where you'll see him coming up. And Beyonce earns a notable distinction from the most unusual of places. We'll take a look at that, including a check of your forecast and your commute. Good Morning Maryland returns in just a bit.
A car doesn't just move you around, it also becomes part of your family. It's the one you can count on. Like Sienna, a top safety pick with tons of room, seating for 8 and room for gear. It even has available all-wheel drive. Now's the time to make the jump to Toyota. We have great deals to make it easy. Buy a Sienna and get 1.9% APR financing or lease for only $329 a month. Don't wait. See your Toyota dealer now.
It's the Apple Vacations great winter event. Escape to the warm sun, white sand beach, and crystal blue waters of Now Resorts and Spas, complete with unlimited luxury, all for one affordable price. Airfare, meals, drinks, and tips. Live in the now. Ask an agent or go to applevacations.com today.
News from H.H. Gregg and Sharp, the leader in big screen LED TVs. Sharp Aquos LED TVs are here. Check out the Gregantic 60-inch and the 2 largest LED TVs in America, the Gregnormous 70-inch and the new Gregantuan 80-inch. Get up to $800 off at H.H. Gregg with up to 24 months, no interest. That's a Gregmongus deal. Sharp Aquos at H.H. Gregg. We help.
Every day, an average of 5,000 people switch from Cascade to Finish dishwasher detergent. That's about 150,000 a month. Over 2 million people so far. Maybe it's because Finish Quantum gives them cleaner, sparkling dishes without having to rinse them first. Now, see for yourself why millions have switched to Finish. Join the Finish revolution. And for 2 years in a row, Finish Quantum was rated #1 by a leading consumer publication.
Need a good car and financing? Listen up. JD Byrider has good cars for people who need credit. And we have millions available for financing today. We can even help with your down payment. Just bring us your W-2. It's that simple. We'll figure your taxes and calculate your refund. And we'll let you use part of that money now. Seriously, you could drive today. Don't wait to use your tax refund. Get to JD Byrider now and get on the road.
JD Byrider. It's all here at the boat show.
Winter's biggest boat sale, the Progressive Insurance Baltimore Boat Show, returns January 19th through 22nd with great selection, brands you want, and the best prices of the season. Save on boats for every activity and budget. Attend boating and fishing seminars. The Progressive Insurance Baltimore Boat Show, January 19th through 22nd.
It's time to buy that boat.
BaltimoreBoatShow.com.
ABC2 News is brought to you by the Progressive Insurance Baltimore Boat Show. Get details at BaltimoreBoatShow.com.
Hey, welcome back. O.J. Simpson now facing foreclosure for his Miami, Florida home. The former football star bought the $500,000 house in 2000. The Simpson's in jail serving a 33-year sentence with the possibility of parole after 9 years for armed robbery at a Las Vegas hotel in 2007. Simpson said he was trying to give back some sports memorabilia that had been stolen from him. And check this out. Lindsay Lohan due back in court today. A judge wants to know about the progress she's made in filling her probation requirements. The court ordered a community service as part of Lohan's sentence imposed last May when she pleaded guilty to stealing a necklace from a Venice, California jewelry store. And Charlie Sheen back on TV. The actor will appear in a cable show based on the Adam Sandler, Jack Nicholson comedy Anger Management. The series will mark Sheen's comeback after being fired from 2.5 Men last year. I think we all saw and heard about that firing. And a lot of buzz right now over this story. Get this, a superstar will be immortalized in the nature books after an Australian horsefly has been named after Beyonce. The researcher who discovered the insect says that there was only one name worthy of the insect's beauty, and that would be Beyonce. A couple of celebrity birthdays for you this morning. America's sweetheart, Betty White's turning 90, and former boxing champion Muhammad Ali is turning 70, and First Lady Michelle Obama turns 48 years old today. Still much more to get to for you this morning. Your ABC2 News to Go is straight ahead. Linda So.
Good news in the fight against breast cancer. I'm Linda So. How 2 new drugs used together are showing promising results.
Redmond and Rogers Forge, today marks the first day you can e-file your taxes. I'll have all the do's and don'ts coming up.
And are you thinking of traveling with the Ravens to Foxborough on Sunday? I'm Cherie Johnson with a look at the best travel prices coming up.
Well, the rain is here this morning. I'm going to tell you when it gets out of here and when the sun returns. Details coming up.
And with the rain, of course, we've got wet, slippery conditions and also getting reports of icy spots west of Baltimore. We've got a complete check of all your major roads and, of course, your drive times straight ahead on Good Morning Maryland.
ABC Tonight. When an accused killer is murdered, one reporter will do anything to make headlines.
Evidence has been found linking someone to the murder. Who is it? You.
ABC's Body of Proof. All new tonight at 10/9 Central.
The luxury of new friendships. The luxury of closer relationships. Of stronger hearts. Of healthier children. Members of the Y know that the best things in life aren't luxuries at all. Stop by your nearest Y Center by January 19th and pay no joining fee. Save up to $99 and never have to sign a contract. The Y of Central Maryland. It's deeper here.
So I was the guy who was never going to have the heart attack. I thought I was invincible. I'm on an aspirin regimen now because I never want to feel that helplessness again.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Talk to your doctor and take care of what you have to take care of.
On average, 5,000 people a day switch from Cascade to Finish. Over 2 million so far. Maybe it's because Finish Quantum gives them cleaner, sparkling dishes without rinsing first. See for yourself why millions have switched. Join the Finish revolution.
Are you suffering from a bunion on your foot? Have you considered bunion surgery?
If so and you're at least 18, call today about a research study of an investigational pain medication that Dr. Gottlieb at Chesapeake Research Group is conducting. Qualified adults receive bunion removal surgery, study-related care, and study medication at no cost. Plus, compensation for time and travel may be available. Call toll-free 1-866-960-3737. 1-866-960-3737.
You're invited.
Tay and Vito.
Javuzenbeat.
You and your family are invited to Baltimore Lutheran School's open house, where you can check us out.
I like the art.
The music.
Oh, the drama.
I like the sports.
I like the small classes.
I like that I can't fall through the cracks. I like the state-of-the-art technology.
I like that I'm being prepared for college. I love the school spirit.
Baltimore Lutheran, big enough to offer a lot, small enough that your child will be a part of it. Come to our open house on January 29th and check out what's new at Baltimore Lutheran School.
ABC2 News is brought to you by Our House Furniture.
And good morning, Maryland. I'm Charlie Krause, and time now for your ABC2 News to go on this Tuesday, January 17th, and a lot to get to this morning. Linda So tells us about a new advance in breast cancer treatment. Corinne Redmond is live getting us ready for tax season, and a live picture of the Capitol, where Occupy Wall Streeters are planning a day-long demonstration as Congress returns from its Christmas break. Let's start it off, though, with a check of your forecast and say hello once again to meteorologist Lynette Charles.
Good morning. So we're definitely dealing with some rain across the area this morning. Temperatures aren't so bad, so let's check out both. Into Elkton, coming in right around 39 degrees. You can see that we're well above freezing. Into Mount Airy, right around 43. More of the same into Dundalk. But the rain, the big story this morning, as we have 7/100ths of an inch there and 15/100ths into Mount Airy. Dundalk coming in about 4/100ths of an inch. So let me show you what's going on in terms of the wet weather. Maryland's most powerful radar showing that the rain mainly to the south of us, and we will start to get more in here coming out from the west as we go throughout the day. Have the rain gear. All right, let's send this over to Angela. She has your traffic. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Lynette. And you were talking about the rain. With the rain, that of course, wet conditions out there for you. So we have a lot of incidents and a lot of slow traffic. Any incident will cause the traffic to slow down even more, like we're having the problem now in Woodlawn on the outer loop of the Beltway. Got a stalled car partially in the roadway at Security Boulevard, and that's causing some problems. Now, if you're getting ready to head out in the next few minutes and your morning commute includes Route 29, expect some backing around the Clarksville Pike and as you approach Maryland 32. Also, traffic jammed on the west side outer loop from 795 to past I-70. Continuing around to Baltimore National Pike, we're seeing a lot of brake lights. Again, head out a little earlier if possible for your morning drive today. Charlie?
Well, in health news this morning, promising new advancements in the fight against breast cancer. An ABC2 News health reporter, Linda So, is here to tell us all about what's being done. And Linda, this involves the combination of two drugs.
Yeah, researchers believe they found a significant way to reduce tumor size in breast cancer patients. The study found that when patients were treated with the two cancer drugs, Herceptin and Tykerb, tumor shrank. After 6 weeks of taking both drugs, patients had tumors 20% smaller than women taking just one of the drugs. The drug Herceptin is approved for breast cancer. Tykerb has only been used for treatment of advanced cancer. This is the first time both drugs have been tested together. The study was published in the Lancet Oncology Report. Linda So, ABC2 News.
And today you can pay your respects to the late Ron Smith. He was the WBAL AM 1090 host. A memorial service begins 11 o'clock this morning at Crash Hour Auditorium on the campus of Goucher College. Doors will open at 10 o'clock. Smith, known for years as the voice of reason on AM 1090, died last month after a short battle with pancreatic cancer. Well, flags around the state are being flown to half-staff, honoring a Westminster man who died while serving in Afghanistan. 24-year-old Airman First Class Matthew Seidler died earlier this month after the vehicle he was riding in was hit by an IED. His funeral is being held today at the Sol Levinson and Brothers Funeral Home on Reisterstown Road in Pikesville. The service begins at 9 o'clock this morning. He'll then be buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Well, a federal judge in Baltimore will preside over a civil rights trial that arose after the death of Jarrell Gray, a hearing-impaired man. Now, Gray's parents are seeking more than $100 million from the Frederick County Sheriff, Corporal Rudy Torres, who they say used excessive force against their son in November 2007. Gray, who is not wearing his hearing aid at the time, was hit twice by a stun gun as the officer tried to break up a fight. Jury selection begins today. And get a head start on filing your taxes. E-filing begins today. And ABC 2 News' Corinne Redmond is standing by with a representative from H&R Block on what you need to know and the tricks you need to know about and the things you need to avoid. Corinne.
Yeah, Charlie, we're live outside the H&R Block here in Rogers Ford, and joining us live net right now is Dwayne Henderson. He's been with us all morning long to answer our tax questions. First, today is the first day that you can e-file. So what are some benefits to e-filing your taxes?
Absolutely. You can get your refund back a lot quicker. Almost 140 million Americans will file their taxes this year, and by electronically e-filing, you can get your money back in 8 to 10 days.
All right, just real quickly, what are some common mistakes folks make before they go and e-file their taxes?
Well, a lot of times they transpose numbers, they get the digits wrong. That could kind of delay your return, the wrong filing status, maybe taking a credit or deduction that's not there this year. It's really, I advise you to consult with your tax consultant. Here at H&R Block, we can certainly help you with those issues.
And another quick question that we got is, what if you had a child at the end of the year? Can you claim a deduction for that child?
Absolutely, a New Year's baby. Up until December 31st, you can claim the deduction. That's a $1,000 child tax credit in addition to the exemption, and there are probably some other benefits we can help you with as well.
And I know there are probably some new things to the tax code this year. Anything you can tell us really quickly?
Well, it's what they took out of the tax code. So a lot of things have changed this year. The payroll tax holiday will end in February this year. Some of the energy credits that you got last year will be reduced from $1,500 to $500. Hybrid vehicles no longer are they fully deductible unless it's an electric car. Some of the new models, the deduction there is good up to $7,500. But again, consult your tax professional or stop in an H&R Block and we can help you with those things.
All right, so you have until April 17th this year to get those taxes filed. And like Dwayne said, you may want to stop at an ex-professional because there are some changes this year to the taxes. Reporting live from Rogers Forge, Corinne Redmond, ABC 2 News.
Well, 6 Maryland schools will be awarded the Blue Ribbon School Award today. They'll be recognized for high performance and significant improvement in reading and mathematics. It's all measured by Maryland assessments. The schools will be honored at the State Board of Education at 9:30 today. Schools from Anne Arundel, Baltimore, Harford, and Montgomery counties are among those receiving the Blue Ribbon Award. Well, Ravens fans are making their way to Foxborough, Massachusetts for the AFC title game. Well, they may have good reason to celebrate. ABC 2 News' Cherie Johnson's here with an outlook if you're traveling to Sunday's game. And Cherie, the outlook is promising.
That's right, Charlie. Things are looking pretty good for Ravens fans planning to travel to Foxborough for Sunday's AFC Championship game. Agents at Liberty Travel in Catonsville said you could score a round-trip ticket to Boston, 2 nights at a hotel in Beantown, and a ticket to the game for $655. You may want to check out flying into Providence, which might be a little bit cheaper. It's just 42 minutes to the stadium. Also, Amtrak is in the same price range as the airfare, but the longer you wait, the more it could cost you, especially in the airfare.
The more expensive it gets, especially for something like this with such a short window of travel. Everybody's going to want to get up there on Saturday, Sunday morning and have to come home by Monday. So the flights will fill up really fast. And it is quite a long drive, so I'm sure people want to get on the airplane and get up there in an hour and a half and enjoy themselves.
Now, you can find game tickets on eBay and StubHub, but take a look at the website here, StubHub.com. Now, we found tickets that range from $195 for a single nosebleed to more than $6,000 for a pair in the lower section on the 50-yard line. So there is still plenty of time to find some great deals out there to Foxborough, but you have to grab them fast. Reporting live in the Interactive News Center, Cherie Johnson, ABC 2 News.
All right, we can't resist showing you this picture. It is a young Flacco fan. Danielle posted this photo of Connor sporting his Fu Manchu. And we want to see your purple pride as well. Head to our Facebook fan page. Upload your pics. You may see them on the air throughout the course of the day. Well, is it Tebow time for CBS? YahooSports.com is reporting this morning that the Eye has approached the Denver Broncos quarterback about serving as an analyst for the network's pregame coverage of Sunday's Ravens-Patriots AFC Championship game. Tebow's handlers say the polarizing QB will have an answer by midweek, but we want to know today what you think about this. He's already wearing purple. You've thought about that, Tom? He's already dressed out in purple, so clearly he supports the Ravens. What do you think about this? Is this too much Tebow time? Is enough? Or do you think he'd make a good analyst? Let us know what you think. Head to my Facebook fan page, Charlie Krausen, WMAR TV, and let us know about your thoughts of Tebow for the weekend. 5 things you need to know this morning. The captain of that downed Italian cruise ship will be in court today. The ship's owner accused the jailed captain of causing a wreck that left 7 people dead and 29 missing, saying he made an unapproved maneuver that led to the ship tipping over like this just off the coast of Tuscany. And joining the protest against 2 proposed federal internet regulation bills, Wikipedia's English site will be blacked out Wednesday, beginning at midnight, January 18th. Visitors will see a protest message for 24 hours, thus affecting its 40 million users. And today, ridding itself of a massive backlog, Florida's Seminole County courts have scheduled 300 foreclosures for the next 3 days. Several judges have suspended their retirement for the rocket docket proceedings. Most cases will be uncontested and will last about 30 seconds once they reach the bench. And a live look this morning at the Capitol, where the House reconvenes today, and Occupy protesters will meet outside the Capitol for what participants will hope to be a large Occupy gathering from around the country. Participants say the day-long demonstration will be peaceful, although it is possible they could be at risk for arrest. And the president will meet with his Jobs Council later this morning. This afternoon, he'll host King Abdullah of Jordan at the White House. And then later tonight, President Barack Obama will honor the World Series champion St. Louis Cardinals. All right, check this out. Sooner or later, it's all going to happen, and apparently Burger King is ahead of the curve. They're now thinking about home delivery. Burger King. Home delivery. Yes, the fast food chain is testing the delivery idea in some areas of Maryland, including Gaithersburg and Germantown. There's going to be a $2 delivery fee for a minimum order of around $10. We also want to know what you think about this. Do you think the fast food chains delivering food is a good idea, or does it only further encourage laziness? Go to Facebook and let us know what you think about that. Time now for one more check of the forecast. And like we said, we've been teasing this cheer all day. Lynette, you said you'll do it.
Don't pay attention to them.
I'll hold up my end of the deal, too.
Okay, you have a cheer. Okay, Charlie, I tell you, we're doing this together. We are family. Satellite and radar picking up on some rain today, but the heaviest rain now across the eastern shore, and it's also to the south of us, but we do have another batch of rain that's going to be moving in here as we go through the morning, the afternoon, and then things will start to taper off a bit. The winds, a culprit this morning as well, out of the south at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. You can see Easton now coming in at about 14 miles an hour, sustained. The weather pattern for today, well, we do have this system that's going to try to work its way in. First, we'll have the warm front slide through. That's what's going to warm the temperatures up a bit. And then we'll have the trailing cold front move through as we go through this evening. So tomorrow's temperature definitely going to feel a lot colder. I'm going to show you that temperature in a second. But future trend, picking up on the rain that's going to be sliding through for the remainder of today. And then we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine in the forecast as we go through your Wednesday. And then things are going to get much colder. So check out temperature-wise today, right around 54 degrees, mild and breezy. And then by tonight, that temperature will be right around 35. Gusty winds, the rain's going to start to taper off by tomorrow. 39 degrees, ample sunshine. It will be colder, and it's going to feel colder because it is going to still be breezy outside. Here's a check of the 7-day forecast for you as we go into the weekend. Yes, there is a chance for some rain in the forecast, but then by Sunday, we seem to be a little bit drier. Back to you, Angela.
All right, Lynette, on the roads right now, we've still got major gridlock on westbound 50 at 424. We're now down to one lane. One lane traffic is blocked, but police are still on the scene directing you around that. And with these wet conditions, we're getting reports of yet a lot of collisions now. Route 32 at I-70, police are on the scene there for yet another accident. And, of course, heavy traffic now, of course, all around the region. Look at those southbound lanes of 29, making your way past Clarksville, Pike, and, of course, here on the Beltway, inner and outer loop heavy through Catonsville. And look at Charlie.
As promised.
My goodness.
I said I was going to bring out my inner Flacco with my Fu Manchu if you did your cheer.
Go ahead, Lynette.
From east to west, we are the best. We fight to win and not give in. So raise your voices, shout and scream.